Hello everyone, today I will be showing the best current farming strategy in Update 42. So I decided to pick Ben here as he makes the most income in the early game, but Geraldo is fine as well, but it requires a few modifications to the strategy. So if you want to see a Geraldo strategy, please like and comment. That would show me that if you want a Geraldo strategy to be shown, make a video about Geraldo. So for early game defense, you want to place down a free dart plus any early cheap defense tower, such as a sub like here, or you can place a second dart or a boomerang. Basically, the goal is to defend with as little money as possible. This will depend on the map, but for in the loop here, sub is the best because sub is able to just barely hit this bottom loop, and sub is also incredibly cheap with monkey knowledge. Sub's only going to cost 200, which is the same price as buying another dart, but sub has additional attack speed, more range, and homing darts. So the goal for these 2 rounds, these 10 rounds, is we need to get 2 200 farms as soon as possible, and upgrade the first farm to a 220 farm, and the second farm to a 202 farm. When we're going to sell a 202 farm to buy a bank on round 18. But sometimes getting a round 18 bank isn't possible. So you might need to get a round 19 bank. So if you're using a boomerang strategy on a map that doesn't have water, you probably are going to get a round 19 bank instead of a round 18 bank. But bank is really important here because bank is what allows us to get a super early monkeyopolis on the start of round 29. So we get our 220 farm here, and we're able to defend as cheaply as possible. As you see, we could barely beat round 16 with this defense. And make sure to use, if you're using Ben, make sure to use biohack to help for rounds such as round 17. And here we get our bank. So now you see I've cut this footage all the way to round 28 because the last 10 rounds were pretty boring and there's nothing to talk about. If you want to see the uncut footage, I will be linking it in the description down below. So here I get a 1-farm monkeyopolis, and the build order here is very important. So you need to build 4 002 villages in range of each other, and then we need to buy the monkeyopolis on the 4th village, and make sure that the 4th village is all triple discounted to maximize your income. Because every little bit counts. So from here, the next goal is to get more farms, get as many farms as I can, and afford Balloon Trap on round 34. So we want to min-max as much as you possibly can to get as many farms as you can. Sometimes it will be better to instantly get a Balloon Trap immediately after getting your monkeyopolis, but that depends on the situation, and I evaluated that it was probably more efficient to get more marketplaces because the RB of these runs isn't high enough for Balloon Trap to be as worth it. But we do start preparing to get our Balloon Trap here. We get an NG for a little bit of extra defense for round 31, so we can sell our boomerang, and then we get another marketplace here. So for round 33, the camo defense will depend on in the loop. You're able to defend with just a 002 dart, but on other maps you might need something like a ninja, or you could just not get any camo defense at all. You could just tank it on certain maps. So here I'm able to sell the dart and just barely afford that balloon trap for round 34. So once you buy the balloon trap, you need to make sure to constantly retarget it to make sure that all the balloons go in the trap and not waste any balloons with its basic attack to maximize income. So from here, the goal is to get more and more marketplaces and constantly retarget the trap. Same goes with round 35. Retarget the trap and buy more marketplaces. So for round 36, there's going to be some camel greens. The best for monkeyopolis strats, the cheapest way to deal with the camel greens is a crossbow. But sometimes you could just tank the greens. Fortunately, we can't really do that here. So we'd have to buy a crossbow. And make sure to save a little bit of money on round 36, not buy a marketplace, because here we're going to sell our crossbow and get ourselves a rubber to gold as soon as we possibly can. So rubber to gold is really good at multiplying the income of balloon trap. It makes a ton of money by itself and boosts balloon trap income. But it's only worth it if it's in range of the monkeyopolis. If you can't get rubber to gold in range of the monkeyopolis, do not buy it. Instead, it's more worth it to buy more marketplaces. But if you can get it in range with a good spot like I have here, then it is 100% worth it and will snowball your income even further. So now that it's round 38, now we need to start getting ourselves favored trades for extra sell back because the boss is coming in 2 rounds. I'm able to squeeze in one more marketplace here because with in range of favored trades, marketplaces pay themselves back in 1 round. So I buy a buccaneer here. We're not able to get favored trades, but a merchantman is good enough. So this last farm that I buy here, this 0223 farm, it's completely unnecessary. It's only barely worth it if it's in the range of a favored trades. But it's otherwise I would not advise to buy that. I just used it to buy a little bit extra income. But on round 39 you should usually be preparing abilities and other stuff, prepping for the tier 1 boss. And instead of buying that marketplace. And if you successfully farmed really well on standard modifiers, you should easily be able to make over 70k